So here, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today what we're going to be doing is I am going to be doing some video game quizzes online, ranging from like modern gaming things to like retro game stuff. So I done this video a little while ago and I really had good fun doing it, and I found a couple more gaming related quizzes and stuff, and I just want to kind of test my knowledge on retro gaming because I would like to think that I know a lot on the topic, but I always find it fascinating to learn new things, and it's just fun to kind of do stuff like this every so often. So the first video game quiz that we have here is from a website called Joe, and it is a quiz about how well do you remember video games in 2020. Now I would like to think that I know a lot of the things that happened in 2020 because it was a year and there was a lot of gaming stuff that happened in 2020, a lot of delays, a lot of big games, a lot of, 2020 was a crazy year for gaming, and we didn't even have E3. But let's just get into the first question. The long-delayed Cyberpunk 2077 was probably the most controversial game of the year, with it eventually being pulled from the PlayStation Store. It's still not up. Which Hollywood star appeared in it? Well, that's easy. Kenny Reeves. He was also in the new SpongeBob movie. The new Animal Crossing on Nintendo Switch was a massive hit during lockdown, but what was the subtitle of the game? I don't even look at the answers. New Horizons, Stardew Valley. Great game though, and Wild World was on the DS. So 2020 saw the arrival of a new generation of consoles for both Sony and Microsoft. But what was the main difference between the Xbox Series X and the Series S? You can probably see the PlayStation 5 behind me. I've entered a new generation, but it's the Series S does not have a disk drive. Fall Guys was the big multiplayer hit of 2020. But what do you get when you win in the final round? I have never played Fall Guys because I cancelled my PlayStation Plus in 2020, so I didn't really get to play it. But I know it's a crown because I watch so many people play it because it's really, really, really fun to watch people play. A follow-up to Marvel's Spider-Man was among the PlayStation 5 launch titles. But which version of Spidey do you play as? It's Miles Morales. I played this and completed it and it was absolutely fantastic. I got the Ultimate Edition, so I played the first Spider-Man because I missed it in the PS4. I played it and then straight away I played Miles Morales, and fantastic game. Which of these platform game icons got their first new game in over a decade in 2020? I know it was Crash Bandicoot because Crash Bandicoot 4 came out. Jak and Daxter, I just played for the first time in 2020 and I really, really loved it. And Spyro was one that I played the Game Boy Advance Spyros. I remember those. I didn't really have much experience with the PS1 Spyros, to be honest. But I know it was Crash Bandicoot, although I do think that Jak and Daxter should get a reboot. I just think the games have aged very well. Among Us was another massive multiplayer smash this year. But which politician made headlines in 2020 by playing it on Twitch? I have played Among Us. I love Among Us. I'm brilliant at it for some reason. It's a really, really, really fun game to get like a group of friends in and play with. But it was AOC. It was AOC that done it. Matt Hancock probably doesn't even know what Among Us is. And Joe Biden, I don't think he would know either. I actually watched AOC play it because that was a really fun stream. In which time period was 2020's Assassin's Creed game set? It was Valhalla and it was the Viking invasion of Britain, yeah. I don't really like Assassin's Creed games that much. I haven't really played a lot of them. I played Black Flag when I was very young. I played Liberations on the PS Vita, and then I got Odyssey or what was it on PS4? I got one of the ones on PS4 and I hated it. And it was before I started collecting, so I sold it. Yeah, I never really got into Assassin's Creed. The two lead characters of The Last of Us Part 2 were Abby and Ellie. I don't even need May. Hannah. No, it's Ellie. I love The Last of Us Part 2. Great game. Fantastic game, actually. Which city is Watch Dogs Legion set in? It was London. It's like post-Brexit London, which I thought was really, really, really interesting. Stormzy sings in it too, and he actually is from London. The remake of which Final Fantasy game arrived in 2020? Final Fantasy 7. That's 8, right? So that's gotta be 7, and that's 10. No, that's 13. 10? 13? I think it's, yeah, Final Fantasy 7, which I only played like very, very briefly, but I really, really want to play it again. Which of these boxers appeared in FIFA 21's playable character? First of all, boxers? But it's football. This is where I get stumped because I know I know nothing about football games because I don't really like football that much. I can't see it be enticing for you. I would say it was probably Anthony Joshua because he's like a British boxer. That was just a proper guess because I was thinking the other two would be too big for FIFA, I think. Which classic brawler got a part 4 this year, 16 years after part 3's release? That is Streets of Rage. Because I actually have that on my Amazon basket because I really want to buy that. Who published the marginalized? Why can't I say that? Marvel's Avenger. That was Square Enix. I've heard terrible things about that game. Samurai Game Ghost of Tsushima had Kurosawa mode. What change did that make to the game? It makes it look like old Japanese theatre, doesn't it? Increased level of violence? Nah, it wouldn't be increased level of violence. There's already a lot of violence in that game. Added comedy, bad dubbing, make it black and white. It is based on the films of the great Japanese filmmaker Akira Kurosawa. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I remember that when you open up the game at the start, it asks you about that. Which iconic game celebrated its 35th anniversary in 2020? And it was Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Kart? That was the name of a Mario Kart. One of the most acclaimed games on the Nintendo Switch in 2020 was based around Greek mythology. What was it called? That is Hades. Hades is a great game. I've been playing it. I actually completed my first run a little while ago and it felt so satisfying. Yeah, Hades is absolutely fantastic. I love Hades. Fantastic game. Which classic action movie star was added to the roster of Mortal Kombat 11 in October 2020? Yeah, it was Rambo, wasn't it? It was Sylvester Stallone's Rambo. Yes. Yes. So random, the people they have in it now. It's like they're trying to become like Smash, but for movie characters. Which of these classic skating games received a remaster in 2020? It was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Absolutely great games. Free-to-play RPG Genshin Impact was a worldwide smash in 2020. What is the name of the fictional world that the game takes place in? This is gonna be so hard for me because this game does not appeal to me. I haven't even looked at anything to do with Genshin Impact. I know it's not Hyrule though because that's Zelda, but it could be any of these. This one sounds more that. I just guessed it. You got 20 out of 20 right because it was 2020. Haha. Did it! See, I'm smart. I know video game. I think I done surprisingly well. I thought I was gonna get the Genshin Impact one wrong. I just guessed that completely. I'll forget that within like 2 seconds. So this next one, and this is going to be our last one, is called triviaquestions.com, and basically it says challenge yourself with the brand new TQN quiz. So it's game details, we've got 10 questions, categories any, and the difficulties any. I don't know how to change any of these things. Didn't really give me an option to, but I'm just going to go for it. What is the only video game franchise originating in the 1970s to have thus far generated over 1 billion in revenue? It can't have been Pong. I don't think it was Pong. Asteroids? I don't think so. Galaxian? I would say Space Invaders because that's still popular today. What is the name of the woman Mario is attempting to save from the giant ape in the original Donkey Kong? It is Pauline. Isn't it? Yeah, Princess Peach's browsers. Pauline is, yeah, it's Pauline. And she's in Super Mario Odyssey too, and she's cool. What is the highest level a player can reach in Pac-Man? I think it's 259 because isn't there like a glitch or something? We're gonna go for it. Which real life talk show is a host as a radio personality in Grand Theft Auto? Oh, I know there's somebody because I know Cara Delevingne is in Grand Theft Auto 5 because I always have the pop station on when I'm driving about in GTA because it's me. I like pop music. I don't know who any of these people are, but I'm gonna go for that. The original street design for Liberty City in Grand Theft Auto was based on a real-life metropolis. Liberty City's New York, innit? I haven't played Liberty City Stories. I'm gonna go for New York because Liberty, New York makes sense. Pac-Man ghost enemies are dubbed Blinky, Pinky, and Inky. What is the name of the 4th member of the crew? Oh, I read this in my retro game book. I'm pretty sure it's Clyde. What is the name of the star system which the Star Fox universe takes place? I'm pretty sure it's Lylat because like the PAL version of Star Fox 64 is called Lylat Wars. I'm gonna go for Lylat. I'm gonna go for that. What is the name of the racing series that is a spin-off of Super Mario Bros? Mario Kart. Solid Snake is a hero in which famous video game franchise? Metal Gear Solid. The protagonist in Grand Theft Auto Vice City was voiced by which actor? I have played Grand Theft Auto Vice City on my PSP, but I have absolutely no clue. I'm gonna go for Robert De Niro, just because I think that would be cool. Ooh! 8 out of 10. So I got question 4 wrong. Yes, it is Clyde! It is Clyde. I knew it was Clyde. It's not Robert De Niro. Who is it then? Select the choice to... Well, I said Robert De Niro. Okay, it's that one. I don't know who that is. But anyway guys, that was some retro game and video game quizzes. I really enjoyed doing this video the last time, and I thought that it would be really fun to do it again. All of the websites that I used for these quizzes will be in the description below. So if you want to try them out for yourself or just have a bit of fun with stuff, you can click on the links and do the quizzes for yourself. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to love, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video.